Hello and welcome to Naked Chef Gaming, where we're back in the Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 2, and this time we're going to have a little look at Daenerys Targaryen, the last of her line, or so we think. And I think it might be quite hard. I'm not sure how this is going to go. We are over here in Torqualarth. What's it say here? The Great Grass Sea. I think that's where. Yeah, looks like it. Let's see what we can do. House Targaryen has ruled Westeros since Aegon's conquest. We united the 7 kingdoms into one. We built King's Landing. We forged the Iron Throne, and we will not let our birthright slip away. Fire and blood. I've got another mod on. Let's see if it works. Yes, looks a bit funny on this mod. Arumba's mod. If you don't know who Arumba is, then you're probably watching the wrong channel, because he is one of the best known CK2 players, or at least Paradox Games players, and he has got his mod here that extends a lot of the bars here, also the better fonts, makes it easier to read, and it's really good. My son, cool. So hopefully it doesn't crash the mod, but let's keep on reading this anyway. Mother of Dragons, salvation, the prophetic red comet has led you to Karth as you pass through the 3 immense and elegantly painted walls that serve as one of the 9 wonders of man. You can't help but gaze at the bones of those who have been denied entry, sheltered by Xaro Zoan Doxos. You quickly discover the politics of Karth to be a danger all in its own. But danger does not stop the dragon. But burning the Lazarine witch, you have laid claim to your birthright of fire and blood. The usurper is dead, Westeros is shattered, and you long for home. Use this time to nurse your dragons, and soon you will return to cast down the usurper's dogs and unite the 7 kingdoms once more. I am the rightful queen. So this is taking part during the War of the Kings, which should be fun. You'll see it's the young wolf. We have got Joffrey on the throne, and who's down here? We've got Stannis. Okay, Stannis is here. I thought Stannis was up here. Ah, of course it is Mace. Where is not Stannis? The other one, Renly. I thought he was one of the kings. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. That's over there. We are going to try and concentrate on way over here, Karth. See how we get on. It seems that has changed. It was our banner, but now it is not. It's probably because we that was maybe ours when we were married to Drogo, son of Borbo. Right, how are we looking? We have not got great stats, to be honest. We're only 15, which goes by the book, which is good. Quick, attractive, widowed, trusting, temperate, just. Poor military ruler, of course. Blood of Aurelia, poor education, abomination of incest. Nice. So, our son Rhaego died. Drogo, Rhaegal and Viserion are very little, age 0. King Joffrey is my heir. That's cool. No valid ambition just now. Choose a focus now. Stewardship, because we're not even an adult yet, really. We've got diplomatic, martial, intrigue. Should we go for intrigue? What we're looking at, good stewardship now. Intrigue is terrible. Maybe we should go diplomatic. See how it goes. We are with this guy, whoever he is. He's terrible diplomatically. Got a lot of men now. We've got a council. Do we have any lands? The Great Grass Sea. Is that a claim? Where are we? Seems we're nowhere. We somehow have a council. Well, let's appoint who we can. Right, there we go. Rakaro. Chief General. 20, nice. Lord Jaehaerys. 15. Not doing any better. So we'll just leave them as they are. Is there any point in doing any of this? I don't know. Collect taxes? We've got nowhere to collect taxes. So we'll just kind of play this out, see how it goes. Shall we? Not on speed 1, no. Oh. Blessings upon you and your house. I have been appointed your regent. Fair dues. Oh, it's very laggy. Do I actually have any land? Ah, the House of the Undying. Here we go. In the City of Splendors, you find the House of the Undying to be the least splendid of all. You behold a grey and ancient ruin, without towers or windows, its crumbling form coiled like a serpent through a grove of black barked trees bearing inky blue leaves. Your companions echo your hesitation, urging you not to enter, but ahead lies a path to your destiny. Queen Daenerys must enter alone, says Pyat Pri, stepping out from the shadow of the trees. Take my arm and let me lead you. I'm no child. Shade of the evening. Oh, he's a handsome devil, look at that. You make your way through the darkened grove and are presented with a crystal glass filled with a thick blue liquid. Shade of the evening, the wine of warlocks. You gulp down the potion, and as the warlock speaks, you are reminded of every taste you have ever known, and none of them. Within, you will see many things that disturb you, visions of loveliness, and visions of horror, wonders of terror, sights and sounds of days gone by, and days to come, and days that never were. If you value your soul, take care and do just as I tell you. Take the door to your right, each time the door to your right. If you should come upon a stairwell, climb, never go down, and never take any door but the first on your right. Fair enough. You find yourself in a stone anteroom with 4 doors, on one on each wall. A mold-eaten carpet, once coloured with whorls of gold, lies at your feet. Within the walls, you hear a faint scurrying and scrabbling of rats. You heed the warlock's advice and choose the rightmost door 3 times, each leading you to a room identical as the one before. It's clear you are in the presence of sorcery. Let's keep going right. The Red Room. You emerge into a long, dim, high-ceilinged hall. Along the right hand is a row of torches burning with a smoky orange light, but the only doors are to the left, and not all of them are closed. You tell yourself not to look, but the temptation is too strong. In one room you come upon a feast of corpses savagely slaughtered. The feasters lay strewn across overturned chairs and hacked trestle tables asprawl in pools of congealing blood. In the throne above them sits a dead man with the head of a wolf and an iron crown. His eyes follow you with mute appeal as you continue on. Only a stairwell down marks the end of a passage, and still the only doors on your left. The first door on the right is the last door on the left. So that is describing the Red Wedding. Spoilers. Which might not even come to pass in this game. You never know. You find yourself in yet another stone anteroom with 4 doors, one on each of the twisty stone walls. The floor seems to move slowly under your feet, as if it were trying to trip you. You are gripped by a sudden sense of desperation, want nothing more than to be done with this house of horrors, but still 3 doors lie before you. Blue, no. Yell, ah. Let's keep going right. You merge once more into a long, dim, high-ceilinged hall. Along the right hand is a row of torches burning with smoky orange light, but the doors to your left, all of them are closed. And not all of them are closed again. You tell yourself not to look, but the temptation proves to one room reveals 10,000 slaves lifting blood-stained hand before you as you race by on your silver, riding like the wind. Mother, they cry, mother, mother. They reach for you, touching you, tugging at your cloak, the hem of your skirt. They want you, they need you, the fire, the life. You gasp and open your arms to give yourself to them, but at the last moment you realize your mistake and pass on from the vision further down the hall. Only a stairwell down marks end of the passage, and still the only doors to your left. The usual. Your sense of foreboding grows as the scurrying sounds within the wall seem to get louder, and behind you notice the torches have begun to flutter out. One more gutters out, and the darkness creeps a little further down the hall towards you. As you listen, you seem to hear something else coming, shuffling itself slowly along the faded carpet. Terror fills you, and you must quickly decide which door to take. I'll take the one on the right, of course. Merge dim light hall, yes, row of torches, everything on the left. The scene behind the open door reveals a corpse standing at a prow of a ship, eyes bright in his dead face, grey lips smiling sadly, glowing like a sunset. A red sword is raised in the hand of a blue-eyed king who casts no shadow. A blue flower grows from a chink in the wall of ice and fills the air with sweetness. Mother of dragons, bride of fire. Confused, you turn towards the stairwell at the end of the passage. I wish to be done with this place. You enter the stairwell, beginning to climb. Before long your legs are aching. Strangely, you recall that the house of the Undying once seemed to have no towers. To your right, a set of wooden doors are thrown open, fashioned weirwood and ebony. The black and white patterns swirl and intertwine into strange designs, very beautiful yet somehow frightening. The dragon must not be afraid. The Blue Heart. You pass through a narrow door into a chamber awash with gloom. A long stone table fills the room. Above it floats a human heart, swollen and blue with corruption, yet still alive. Every beat is a deep ponderous throb of sound, each pulse sending out a wash of indigo light. The figures around the table are no more than blue shadows, and as you walk to the empty chair in front of them, they do not stir, speak, nor turn to face you. Mother of dragons, comes a voice, part whisper and part moan. You find it difficult to summon the will to speak. You notice suddenly that none of them are breathing. Could it be that Undying ones are dead? Relive, whispered answer, thin as a mouse. Whisker, and no. I have come for the gift of truth. 3 heads has the dragon. The ghost chorus yammers inside your skull. Mother of dragons, child of storm. The whispers become a swirling song. 3 fires must you light, one for life and one for death, and one for love. Your own heart beats in unison to the one that floats before you. 3 mounts must you ride, one to bed, and one to dread, and one to love. The voices grow louder, and your heart seems to slow, even your breath. 3 treasons will you know, once for blood, and once for gold, and once for love. Help me, show me. More reading. Blurred visions, that's cool. Shadows whirl and dance inside a tent, boneless and terrible. A little girl runs barefoot towards the house with a red door. Mary Mazdur shrieks in the flames, a dragon bursting from her brow. Behind a silver horse, the corpse of a naked man bounces and drags. A tall lord with copper skin and silver hair stands beneath the banner of a fiery stallion, a burning city behind him. Suddenly, black wings buffet around your head, and suddenly the visions are gone, ripped away. Your gasp turns to horror as you spy the Undying all around you, blue and cold, whispering as they reach for you. All the strength leaves your limbs and you cannot move. You feel a hand on your breast, teeth find soft skin in your throat, a mouth descends on an eye, sucking, biting. Dracarys. There we go. Indigo turns to orange and whispers turn to screams. Perched above you, Drogon spreads his wings and tears the terrible dark heart, ripping the rotten flesh to ribbons. His head snaps forward, fire flying from the open jaws, bright and hot. You can hear the shrieks of the Undying as they burn. Their high, thin, papery voices crying out in tongues long dead. The whole room is ablaze by the time you reach the door and call to your dragon. When you spill out into the sun, the bright light makes you stumble. Looking behind you, you see tendrils of smoke forcing their way through cracks in the ancient stone walls of the Palace of Dust. Howling curses, Pri draws a knife and dances towards you, when suddenly you hear the crack of Jogo's whip. Never was a sound so sweet. The Valyrian freehold politics was dominated by 40 families of great wealth, high birth, and strong sorceress abilities, known as dragon lords. They spoke of the High Valyrian language and had great skill in the shaping stone. Incest and polygamy was common practice among the blood of the old Valyria. I am the blood of old Valyria. Yes, incest indeed. Even more reading. The silver bell, the Undying are dead, burned to ash by Drogon flames. Your tiny Khalasar celebrates your victory by braiding your hair with the silver bell. But this victory is not without cost. The Cartheen are outraged, and their fractious rulers unite to demand your exile from the city. Your host Zoro pleads with you to flee with him to the Jade Sea, but you refuse and angrily sends you away. With your last friend in Karth, a friend no longer, you hurry to the docks where Ser Jorah has been searching for ships. Ships you find, but allies also. A huge eunuch named Strong Belwas, and his aged squire Arstan, who intervened to save you from an assassin. They explain that they have been sent by your old friend Illyrio, with 3 ships to carry you back to Pentos. At last the ships don't smell like cheese. At least, sorry. I changed my mind except the Strong Belwas and Grelio. Jaehaerys is no longer regent. Oh, what a shame. Someone else is my regent. You asked blank to teach you how to fight better with a sword. Sticking with the pointy end. So who have we got in our court? Ago, Ricardo, Iri, Jackie, Aemond. Who's that? Ordello, Mephisto, Jogo, Jorah Mormont. Hey, hello Jorah. Looks funny. Drogon, Viserion, Belwas. Yeah. Doesn't look that big, does he? He's supposed to be a big fatty. Strong, huge, scarred, eunuch, skilled fighter, proud, wroth, gregarious, envious. And who is it? Grelio. We'll find out who he is later. So now what? Slaver's Bay. 3 ships speed you to Pentos and promise of aid, but your experience in Karth have soured you to accepting charity. You will not be a beggar queen. Dragons do not beg. You will take what is yours with fire and blood, but first you need an army. As you consider your options in your cabin, Jorah approaches and confessing love, attempts to kiss. Much as you care for him, you do not desire him and spurn his clumsy advances. Keen to change the subject, Jorah tells you of a place where armies might be purchased, Astapor, home of the Unsullied, the finest soldiers in the world. At night, your thoughts swirl as you question yourself. Leadership is lonely, and you begin to miss Drogo intently. At least you have your loyal handmaidens to comfort you. Bow chicka wow wow. It is good to be Khaleesi. It is known to Astapor. Yeah, Jiku. Touch me in the good areas. So we're going towards Slaver's Bay. Harpy's Bargain. The good maesters of Astapor are rude, arrogant and cruel beyond measure, but their Unsullied are as formidable as the story of their training is heartbreaking. Particularly troubling is the tale of how they prove they can kill. For every soldier represents a murdered child. You begin to question using such men to reclaim your throne. Unsullied are also very expensive, haggling through a pretty young interpreter to hide your knowledge of the Giscari tongue. You finally propose a trade that shocks your advisors. Every Unsullied they have in exchange for a dragon. The slavers accept your terms, though they demand the largest of your dragons. In turn, you ask for the interpreter as a gift, and they lazily wave assent. You soon free the girl and ask her to tell you all she knows of Astapor. My mind is set. Missandei. Missandei. The exchange. You have agreed a deal with the good masters for an army of Unsullied, where you gain all the Unsullied available, including the boys in training, in exchange for your ships, your goods, and Drogon, the biggest and healthiest of your dragons. You are now at the Plaza of Punishment to execute the deal. Your company has brought the goods and caged Drogon before Krasnus and the rest of his good masters. While Krasnus hands over the Harpy's fingers the whip, symbolizing you now own the Unsullied force. This deal does not quite work for me. Edricaris. That sounded fun. The sack of Astapor. A dragon is no slave, and Drogon refuses to serve the good masters, burning them to death upon your command. You, however, did receive the Unsullied, and you now have 3 dragons and an army fighting the slavers of Astapor. The city is barely garrisoned and is easily taken. You have liberated Astapor, the good masters have been killed, and you now control the city. The former slaves look to you as their new master, calling for you mother. Mesa, Mesa. Now you are to move on in your journey, yet before you can take your leave from Astapor, you must leave somebody to govern the city. I shall leave a council. Actually, I should settle here and rule. Let's leave a council. Or should we settle here and rule? The sack of... So we've got Astapor, that means we've got here. Now, we can move on and maybe take this. Yeah, but then... Let's see what happens. Goodmaster Krasnus says abdicates, dies, yes. Grey Worm joins, yes, blah blah blah. Astapor gets sacked. It seems either way. Shall we continue on? Go with the Yunkai and Marine? Or should we settle in Astapor? Let's leave a council. Let's just see what happens as we go on. The Yellow City. You leave Astapor and march towards Yunkai, another famous slaver city. The Yunkai, I command a significant force of slaves, soldiers and mercenaries. Among them the Stormcrows and the Second Sons. The city is made of yellow bricks, crumbling walls and tall stepped pyramids. Their emblem is flying over the city, a harpy-like creature. As far as you can tell, Yunkai is said to be able to field a significant force of slave soldiers. However, Yunkai is known for training bed slaves, not warriors. Before you are the wise masters of and the captains of the mercenaries come to parley with you. They offer you much coin to leave the city alone and be on your way. No, I will free the slaves. I declared war on the great grass sea, Yunkish war and of emancipation on the wise masters of Yunkai. Dario's coup. You are ready to begin the Battle of Yunkai. However, Dario Naharis of the Stormcrows was enthralled by your beauty and has come before you in the middle of the night. He tells you he has killed the 2 other captains of the Stormcrows and now offers a company in service. of you as he says, my sword is yours, my life is yours, my love is yours, my blood, my body, my songs, you own them all. I live and die at your command, fair queen. Your men are most welcome. Cool beard. Daenerys, see? Blue beard, that's what you're supposed to have. Your men are most welcome. You asked Blank to teach you, okay, sticking with the plan, we're number 2. So we are going to war with Yunkai by the looks of things. While playing with other children, you seem to favour those who are closest relations. So none. Who's actually educating me? This guy. You're terrible. Educate, child. You. Who shall we get? Now, do we want a Grey Eminence, Intrigue, or do we want Learning? No. Seems this guy's probably the best. Make this episode a little bit longer, considering we did a lot of reading. Actually, let's see. I think we should have better commanders. Court eunuch, quite a few. 2 more commanders. Grey Worm, yes. Belwas, of course. Anyone better than him? Yes. So as we go to attack, we'll have Jorah in the middle, Grey Worm and Ricardo. Not that the... Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, Yuki, run away. As I kill them all, bring me Yunkai. You actually come and attack me? No, I've changed your mind. So I don't really want to siege anything down because then I'll lose whatever, the men and the... oh, the Regency has ended. I have finished my education in diplomacy. I find that I have some talent for it. Charismatic negotiator, not bad. So now we can do all this. Choose an ambition. Become Paragon of Virtue, become a Zolomang, see a House 9 throne, obtain a greater throne, win the war, tame a dragon. Let's win the war, seeing how we are probably going to win that war. We need a focus. I don't see here widowed. I don't see anything saying that I can't have kids. Which is cool. I mean, it looks like I can maybe have children. In that case, seduction. Can have some children. Intrigue. Business. Rulership. Shall we try seduction? See what we can do there. Oh, that's just wrong. A 16-year-old seductress. Well, if it's legal. Gonna get you. Suppose I'm gonna have to siege down some land, haven't I? But I will leave that until next time. A nice long episode, and we'll see how we get on with Daenerys. Or Dany for short. So thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye for now.